back on the Bossman show, talking Patriot League basketball with Lafayette Leopards coach Mike McGarvey here with me. Mike, what's up, man? How things up there in Easton?
Everything is great, JR. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate being here with you this morning.
Anytime, man. And so, how's it feel, man? You previously were head coaching in your past life, man. So now you're back in the saddle again, man. So how's it feel to get back to running your own program again?
It's great. I mean, having the opportunity to be a head coach in the past, I think has prepared me well for taking over last spring and then, transition into this year and thinking about the future. It's been a fun journey and, we have a great team returning. We have great staff returning. So I'm excited to get started.
And I saw you guys made a run to the championship game last year. You played Colgate, Matt Langle. He's always tough to beat those guys up there, man. But just knowing what you all went through, unfortunately, what happened, transitioning from Mike, the other Mike, to you now. So just seeing your guys persevere and push through that, man. How happy were you to see what your guys did? Maybe that late push.
Yeah, it was great for them. There was a big change in their world, obviously, and all of us were going through that. And to see them have the success on the court and become closer in the locker room, as a coach, that's what you want for the players, that you have a chance to mentor and be around. So seeing their success and seeing all the hard work that they put in all season long come to fruition, have a chance to play in a championship game. We talked about that often throughout that journey, is that when you're in March Madness and you're playing in conference tournament week, when you get to that championship game, you've got not only your conference, the other 8 teams that haven't been able there watching you and wanting to be in your shoes, but think about all of Division One. Having that opportunity to play in March Madness is what really kept us together through that run. It was really exciting.
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick story. In Tennessee State, where I went to school at, man, it was weird because we knew our coach was getting fired if he did. We didn't win. We played in the OVC is 4 days and 4 days. If you're like lower C, like we were 4-4. So we was up by 12, man. we literally tried to win the game. We ran out of gas, but my guy LT, a big guy, right? Why are you going to deny up on with 2 seconds to go? You ain't do this, Mike. But I said, LT, why are you trying to deny? You got back cut and we lost by 1 point.
Oh, no.
So that cost Coach Si's job. We all did go to big dance and forever. We like, man, the back cut, man. What were you thinking? Why were you up here denying all hard? What were you thinking? Oh, you got beat backdoor, fool.
Now, maybe, fortunately and unfortunately, our championship game, we weren't in that close of a game, right? So the unfortunate part is that we weren't in that close of a game. The fortunate part is that we weren't in that close of a game. But it was, I think, just having the opportunity to do that and having the experience in it has prepared our returners well. And the incoming class is now looking at that as the opportunity that's in front of us. So, becoming more comfortable in those moments and on that stage, should hopefully provide us the opportunity to go ahead and know what it takes to win that game when we get back there, hopefully. So that's the motivation that we have here in the off season. That's what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, March Madness is so fun, though. I'll tell you, even though it sucked for me, it was still fun to play 4 in 4 days. So which time we see you, man, we all said the back.
Yeah. Yep.
People ever live that down in his life.
Oh no, that's definitely a lifetime story.
Yes, indeed. So that was, and you probably know this, but my dad was a coach too here in Atlanta, man. He's 84 years old. He'll be 84 in August, actually. He had his legal pads out, still watches games the way he does, still talks to his old players. So for you, my dad always told me about he wanted to help young men grow and help their games grow. So what was kind of like your why to want to get into the coaching profession and do what you do right now?
Yeah, no, I recognize I'm on the younger side of coaching, but I'm entering my 17th year in college basketball coaching, which is kind of wild to think about. And everybody had the dream of being a player. So I had that dream too. I had a pretty successful college basketball career, albeit Division III. But in my mind, I wanted to continue to be a player post-graduation and didn't get those opportunities as a professional player and had the opportunity to step in as a young coach at 22 years old. So, for me, that journey of being a young coach and being around the game and being able to help young players has always been what's driven me to continue in the profession. And you see the many successes on a day-to-day basis as a coach. It's not necessarily the championships that you win, It's not necessarily the 40-point game that somebody might have that keeps you motivated to do it. You see the little things, the daily maturity, the academic success, the professional success, the relationship success that your players have. And the longer you do it, you find that more and more rewarding. So, it's a blessing to be in this profession. It's something that I don't take for granted at any step of my journey. I know there's a lot of people that would love to be college coaching.
Oh,
And
yes.
I can't think of a better way to earn a living for our family than to be around this group of guys and coaching staff and be in athletics. It's really a wonderful thing.
No doubt, Mike. And for you, man, what's the pillars of your program that like you want the program to be known for, and what values you want your players to have who come play for you up there in Lafayette and representing the Leopards the right way?
Yeah, for sure. I think connectivity is something that we really try to preach. Having a culture where everybody is getting along and they're motivated by the same goal, and trying to achieve daily success and put ourselves in position to be successful on and off the court. I think when that happens, you can see teams really believe in themselves, and the wins come when that's set. So that's kind of what we are going to recruit towards. We're going to try to build a family-like atmosphere every single day. A lot of positivity, a lot of energy, and just be a team that's really hard to defeat. We're not going to beat ourselves. We're going to be a team that makes smart decisions, that takes advantage of what opportunities we have in the games. And then hopefully the success will come down the road where everybody will want to be a part of it. We've seen that in our league with Bucknell in the past, with Colgate recently, and hopefully we can be that next group.
And speaking of your league, Mike, it's so tough, man. Like I said, I know Matt Langle's been pretty much running the league for the last few years, but I just talked about him, how tough it is in that league and how talented guys really are in the Patriot League. But like you all don't get to do what you deserve because how good the basketball is. But I really people should really watch what you guys do up there. It's really fun to watch. Very, very skilled what you all do up there.
Yeah, for sure. To talk about the league a little bit, obviously there's two highly academic conferences in Division One, and we have scholarships the Ivy League doesn't, and that's kind of what separates us nationally and internationally when people think about Patriot League basketball or Ivy League basketball relative to Division One basketball. So that part is pretty cool. We get a chance to coach really smart student athletes that have an opportunity to play at the biggest stage. But when it comes to the competitiveness of the Patriot League, it's a very well coached league. It has been for years. There's skill basically at every single position, and it's hard to win. I think it's hard to win across the board in all sports and all of athletics, but specifically to Patriot League basketball, night in and night out, whether you're at home or on the road, you know that you're going to be in for a journey because the teams are going to be very well prepared, very skilled, and hard to beat.
100%. And let me ask you this, Mike, how has the transfer portal helped you all get guys who you usually would not even get, be able to present to them what you all are about and give you opportunity to come up there and play? Because I feel like it has its downside too, but also helps the mid majors too, where you go out and reach out to guys and maybe sell them on something different. Because if you go to Power Five, you might not even play. Coming for you guys, make it actually play and get you a contract over in Europe and have success up for the future. Because I always tell young men, out of the sky does not lie. Put out good tape, people will find you.
Yeah. I think it's been really beneficial. We've had a couple starters that have come from higher programs in the last year. We've got another player coming in next year from the transfer portal as well. And I think one of the advantages for transfers coming into a school like Lafayette is that there's an opportunity on the basketball side of things that they might not have had at the ACC level or at the West Coast Conference level, so be it. But there's also an opportunity academically to, once the basketball career is over, to have an opportunity in whatever field of occupation you want to go to have a career that's going to be life lasting and have this network and this alumni base that is going to take care of you for a long time. So to me, I think it's a great opportunity to recruit really talented players that we might not have been able to get out of high school that are coming to us for the right things. And that's the balance between that opportunity in basketball, but also that opportunity in academics as well.
How's workouts been going from the spring into the summer here? Because I feel like when I played, man, there's sometimes where you got better. The play development piece was the main thing, and having that camaraderie with your guys, those gases you run, those stairs you run, those workouts you have, the sprint coach, that builds that camaraderie right there in the summertime, and it pays itself off in February and March when it really counts. Talk about the spring and the summer for you guys and what you all have planned for the rest of the time here.
Yeah, you're right about that. So we spend all year long trying to be the best version of our team that we can be. And then you get the spring and the summer and even into a little bit of the fall where you can improve as an individual. So the springtime, that was really individual based, trying to help our guys get better in all facets of the game and have them take ownership in what they wanted to work on, which was a lot of fun. And now as the summertime comes, we've got our group coming in the next couple weeks. We've got a handful of players back this week that are training. So it's a little bit more relaxed than the season would be. But at the same time, we're starting to build on those foundations and try to get that culture right in the summertime. So we've got, this time of year is really cool because, there's not a whole lot of academic stress on our players at Lafayette. So it becomes more of like, how do you prepare like a professional basketball player? It's fun for our staff. It's fun for the players, and hopefully we're all getting better in the journey.
No doubt. I got two more for you, Mike.
Sure.
I want to ask you about scheduling. I know that's the second toughest part of your job is scheduling. How was that been trying to get games, man? Get to come play you guys or having to get balled? So how's that been trying to get these games together, man?
Yeah, it's always a challenge. We have some contracts that are going to carry over into next year, so a lot of our home and homes were set. The opportunities to play at the highest level is always exciting for not only our fan base and our school, but also for the players and for them to get a chance to go out and play against UCLA, which we will do next year, is really exciting. Being in the Philadelphia market, we've got a bunch of schools in the Big Five that we can tap into, which is always a great thing. And then trying to find the balance of, preparing yourselves for what the Patriot League season will be. So the way we look at it is we've got the non-conference, that's kind of one season. Then we've got the Patriot League regular season play, that's another one. And then the postseason is the third season in our year. So that non-conference scheduling, although it's tough, it hopefully is preparing us for a really good run in the Patriot League.
100% there, folks. Mike has a connection to one of our favorites here in Atlanta. In my research, I did research about it from this interview. He knows our good friend Matt Ryan very well. So talk about connection to Matt Ryan. He's a great guy in the community. See him in host games all the time. Used to work. I told you off there. I used to be around the Falcons a lot as well, doing that during that coverage. Talk about your connection to Matt Ryan, man, and how long you've known him and your family known each other.
Yeah, it's been a really long time now as I think about how I've become. I went to high school with Matt. He was a year behind me, so we played basketball together for 3 years in high school, football for 3 years. He was my quarterback, which was fun. I was a wide receiver. And then we played a year of baseball together. So following his journey and being a fan of his and watching him become one of the best, quarterbacks to play the game and have all the records that he broke while he was in Atlanta as a Falcon, it was really fun for my family, and especially for me knowing him on a personal level. So I'm not sure what's next in his career. I saw that he's going to do some TV stuff, but I think Atlanta is a special place in his heart, and hopefully Atlanta views him the same way.
We love Matt Ryan. I've been a Matty Ice guy. Matt Ryan really put his heart and soul into the Falcons. He really did.
Yeah.
And I'll tell anybody who will listen, if they never went after Deshaun Watson, he still would have been a Falcon. What did it?
Yep. Yep.
Deshaun Watson made him say, "Get me out of here."
Yep.
It wasn't because he didn't want to be here. Trust me. It's like,
Yep.
man, well, you want to? Okay, he's all
Yep.
right. So, but nah, I love Matt Ryan. I'm happy for him. I think the Buccaneers should maybe sign him. You have Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. Matt Ryan's better. Or the Raiders with Garoppolo's foot. I see an opportunity, maybe for the Raiders or the Cardinals could use him to Murray gets back, the ACL. So I see some options for Matt Ryan if the team will call him. I see some good spots for him, maybe, Mike.
Yeah, no, and look, he'd be an asset to any franchise that wants him to be their quarterback. So that's my guy. I think he's got some football left in him, of course, but he's a family man. He's got some other opportunities. So I just wish him the best in whatever he chooses to do.
100%. Well, Mike, thank you for your time today, buddy. We need to get real soon, man. I enjoyed our chat today, man.
Likewise, thanks for having me on.
Anytime.
All right, talk soon.